Know Truly or trulynolan.com to get truly protected today. Coach, there's that old saying in basketball that defense leads to offense. Was that one of the keys to your team's win tonight?
It was. It's something we've emphasized a lot. You and I have talked a lot about it, Brian, and we got to where we are as a team with our record because we've been a team that's hard to score against. And when we're all the same in college basketball, there's certain things we really do well. There's other things maybe that we don't. But if we don't do the things in games that we've done well consistently, then we're very vulnerable. There's too many teams and players out there that can equalize who we are versus who they are. And tonight, to me, our identity was in place. To out-rebound Washington is a great testament to our entire team. We did that. We were very hard to score against, 30% field goal percentage defense. We although they only turned it over 9 times, a lot of our key steals and shot blocks led to a breakout, and that's really what changed the game in the second half. Defense to offense, like you'd mentioned, and then it goes to balanced scoring. You look at our stat sheet, we have 5 players in double figures, and we were able to do that in large part because, like you said, defense leads to transition opportunities. And I thought once we got through the first 8 to 10 minutes of the game, that's about as well as we've played in some time.
You talked a lot this week about the second half, wanting to make sure that defensive effort stayed true for all 40 minutes. And so take us through that early part of the second half when your team really started to pull away.
Well, that's the thing we talked about at halftime, that our defense hasn't been as good in the second half lately, and we committed to keeping and staying with it, that no matter what the score was or how many shots were going in for us, that we were going to continue to defend on every play. And it was our defense tonight that was the story for sure, that and balanced scoring. It was great to see Nick get into double figures, and I thought some of those transition baskets really led to him regaining his confidence. And Brandon Ashley in the second half, in 20 minutes of play, he ended up getting 10 points and 5 rebounds and made some great offensive plays when Mark had fouled out when we needed a basket. And just overall, just proud of our guys. Caleb continues to get better. I thought he rebounded really well. 8 rebounds, 3 on offense, 5 on defense, 10 points. The couple times that we got the ball to him in scoring position, he converted. And he's been doing that. He did it at Utah, and I think more than anyone on our team, he seems to be hitting his stride with confidence and being able to score right now.
More about Caleb, because he's taken on, a veteran, strong Aziz Njai at center tonight. And it just seemed like, Caleb's, obviously he's not fearful of a guy his size in there. It almost looked from my angle like he relished the idea of being able to take on a guy that, maybe even bigger physically than he is.
Well, this, Brian, like big guys, especially young big guys, sometimes they're more comfortable when they have an opportunity to play against someone their own size. And, where Caleb has struggled this year, and you can see why at his age, only 19 years old, playing the college game, when he has to guard players away from the basket, it's been more of a struggle. But he's gotten better even in that area, and that's going to be the challenge on Saturday when we play Washington State, because they really spread you out. They have more face-up forwards than back-to-the-basket players, and we have to do a really good job defending the three-point line and having our defense organized.
One other quick note on Nick Johnson. You mentioned his 12 points, 5 assists tonight when Mark Lyons got into some foul trouble, eventually fouled out of the ball game. You turned to Nick to run the team, and he looks, Washington tried to take advantage of that, and Nick seemed very comfortable out there.
He did a really good job, and that's, you talk about team wins where different players have to wear different hats as the season wears on. That's what happens. You have an injury, you have foul trouble. In our case, somebody who fouls out very early in the game. We wouldn't have been able to survive unless different players stepped up. Not just Nick, but I mentioned Brandon in the second half, where he gave us a much-needed scoring punch at a time where we were vulnerable not to score. But I always come back to what we started with, and that is for us to commit to being a 40-minute defensive team, to be hard to score against, to do a better job defending the three-point line, to try and keep the other team off the foul line, block shots, steals, play hard. And when you've watched us be at our best, that's what we've had in place, and tonight we had that in place.
All right, congratulations, Coach. See you Saturday.
Thank you, Brian.
Head coach Sean Miller, courtside here at McHale Center, where the Wildcats beat the Washington Huskies 70-52. Coach, brought to you by Truly Nolan Pest Control. Get truly protected.